The forest sees you. AI unearths the eye nest hiding beneath the trees. Have you ever heard the sound of your own voice on a recording and been startled by how different it sounds? Or seen a picture taken by a smartphone camera and noticed how the person looking back at you seems almost alien-like? Well, we're about to do something even weirder. We go in to try to use an AI tool to create an image of one of the most terrifying cryptids in folklore. A creature that lurks beneath the forest floor, unseen and unknown. It's known simply as the Watcher. The only evidence of its presence is the occasional glimpse of a pulsing mass of eyes peering out from the shadows. And now, we go in to use cutting-edge AI to try to figure out what this thing might look like. Are you ready? Let's dive right in. At first glance, this particular woods looks like any other. There's tall trees, lots of leaves, and plenty of hiking trails. But if you were to look closer, you would start to notice things that didn't quite add up. For example, there was something strange about the way the light shone through the canopy overhead. There were odd shapes in the shadows cast by the trees. And there was a disturbing feeling that you were being watched. Well, you probably are being watched, but can you see what the AI has discovered? Take another look. Do you see it? How about now? The image you've been looking at this entire time has had some very subtle changes made to it. But those changes are important because they hint at the disturbing truth about this forest. The Watcher is an ancient and malevolent entity that lurks in the deepest parts of the woods. It is said to be so old that its roots run deeper than the oldest tree in the forest itself. And just as the trees grow and reach for the sky, the Watcher's tendrils reach down into the earth, searching for something. What exactly it is looking for is unknown. But some say it is the souls of lost hikers. Others say it is simply knowledge. Any knowledge at all. Even the smallest scrap will do. Some say the Watcher is insane, driven mad by eons of solitude and a hunger for something it can never quite grasp. Now, let's turn our attention back to the image. At first, it looked normal, just a peaceful forest scene, right? But when the AI scanned it, it found something unusual. In the shadows beneath the trees, there was a faint outline of something large and pulsing. Was this the Watcher? It didn't seem possible, yet it was right there in plain sight. As we continue to explore the woods, we come across more and more evidence of the Watcher's presence. Strange symbols carved into the bark of trees, unusual patterns in the moss growing on the forest floor, and even whispers on the wind that seem to carry voices from beyond the grave. These are all signs that we are getting close to the Watcher's lair. Can you feel the tension building? Can you sense the danger that lurks just around the corner? Well, the AI can, and it's starting to show us what it's seeing. We find an area where the trees are much older and larger than the ones we've seen before. The air is thick with the scent of decay, and the ground is covered in a thick carpet of dead leaves. And as we step into this area, we hear a noise that makes our blood run cold, a low, guttural growl that seems to come from the depths of the earth itself. Then we see it, or rather, we sense it. The forest around us seems to be watching us, the trees swaying in the wind as if to form a circle around us. And then we see the eyes, hundreds of them, maybe thousands, staring at us from the darkness. They're everywhere, in the trees, in the shadows, even in the dead leaves at our feet. And then we realize that we're not just being watched, we're being hunted. The Watcher has sensed our presence and it's coming for us. And there's nothing we can do to stop it. As the Watcher closes in on us, we try to run, but it's too late. Its tendrils reach out and grab us, pulling us into the darkness. We scream, but our cries are cut short as the Watcher's eyes stare into our souls and drain the very life force from our body. And then we see it. The Watcher is a massive, pulsating blob of flesh, its surface covered in countless eyes that seem to stare into our very beings. It opens a gaping maw filled with razor-sharp teeth and swallows us whole. And now the AI is piecing together what it thinks the Watcher may look like. What you're seeing is a reconstruction based on the data it has gathered from the forest. Remember, this is not a picture the AI took. It has no eyes of its own. It's using every piece of data available to it. Every rustle of leaves, every creak of a tree branch, every chirp of a cricket, all of this is feeding into the AI's analysis, and it's starting to build a picture of something that is truly terrifying. The forest itself is alive, breathing, pulsing, and it's watching us every move we make. The Watcher is not just a creature, it's a sentient forest, a being of pure consciousness that exists outside of time and space. It feeds on our fear, our despair, our very life energy. And the more we struggle, the stronger it becomes. The forest is closing in around us, the trees and shrubs reaching out like grasping claws trying to hold us here forever. The Watcher is growing stronger, its eyes burning with an otherworldly light. And then it strikes, its tendrils coiling around us, squeezing the very life out of us. We can't escape. There's nowhere to hide. The forest has won. You know, stories like these really get me thinking. What if there are things in our world that we simply cannot comprehend? Things that exist beyond the realm of human understanding? What if some creatures are so alien to us that we and even imagine what they might look like? When I think about it this way, it makes me wonder if there are even more creatures lurking in the shadows. Unseen, unknown, waiting for their chance to strike. And I can't help but feel that if we keep pushing, exploring, discovering, then we might just find them. And when we do, it'll change everything we think we know about the world. But for now, we have to be content with what we do know, the creatures that we have already discovered and the mysteries that they hold. Until next time, keep your eyes open and your mind even wider. Who knows what wonders, horrors, or anything in between might be lurking in the shadows, just waiting to be found. You've reached the end of today's video, and boy do I hope you enjoyed it. But before you go, I need to tell you about something. A secret, something that I'm sure you're gonna love. It's a place where you can find all sorts of cool stuff related to AI, technology, and the future of our world. So if that's something that interests you, then you definitely need to check it out. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe. That's all for now.